right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the afternoon game. This is the 1 o'clock game. We're going to start things off just a little earlier just because of the showcase game. And we're going to go over just a little bit of the differences in the showcase compared to the normal PRIBL that we've been playing here in Aguadilla. This is a showcase game between Team Peregrinos and the Taínos. So Peregrinos and Taínos go head-to-head in this afternoon game. We just had lunch, a nice ziti and meatball meal. I actually snuck away to the Walgreens to get some water because I need some water. So I got some water and laundry detergent. But who needs to know about my shopping list? Peregrinos and the Taínos are going at it. So we'll talk about all the pitchers, new pitchers coming in and coming out for both of the teams, Peregrinos and Taínos. So the Taínos on the mound is Javier Lopez to start things off. That is Javier Lopez, number 2. He's on the mound, and we'll be inputting all the lineups. But as far as the players of Team Taínos, we're really excited to watch this matchup. Last time they played, the Taínos actually won this game the last time they played. But this is a showcase atmosphere. The Fuentes family in full effect. Mr., Mrs., all the sons, the daughters. I think Angelina's in the building. Is that Angelina? Yeah, she's in the building. Mama Fuentes is in the building. She actually yelled at me yesterday for not giving her a shout-out. So before I even announce her son, I'm going to announce Mrs. Fuentes in the building. Mr. Fuentes is here. He's keeping his distance from Mrs. Fuentes during the game, so we'll see how that dynamic works. Here's a throwdown from Kurt Ortega. Beautiful strike. Kurt Ortega in his red catcher's uniform gear from University of Tampa. He plays his college baseball. This is a college wooden bat summer league, and we're excited to bring you this afternoon game as we input the lineups and give you the lineups as I give you them, as I get them. But we're going to start things off with the home team in the field, and we'll talk about them. But that is Javier Lopez on the mound, throwing the first pitch in this afternoon game. 12:38. First pitch swung on and missed by the Peregrinos leadoff hitter. That's Angel Fuentes. We've already mentioned the Fuentes family, but Angel Fuentes batting as his dad's taking a picture of him. Video fouled straight back. He was all over that one. Good pitch by Lopez. Lopez has done a really nice job on the mound. Lopez has enjoyed the PRIBL. Hopefully you have as well, as we highlight all the different players, as we input the starting lineups, as we get them in. They're coming in. We started this game a little earlier, so if we're a little behind, I'm sorry, but we're ready to play some baseball here in the afternoon game. Taking just inside and low. Leadoff hitter for his Peregrinos, Angel Fuentes, has had a really nice PRIBL. He actually had 3 hits, 3 singles, all singles the last time these two teams played. So he'll look for more success. He hits that to the third baseman, pulls it down to the third baseman, throws across the diamond. Beautiful throw by the third baseman for the Taínos. That's Brian Calderon playing third base. Adrian Rodriguez at shortstop. Weathersby at second. And the first baseman for Team Taínos in the infield. 1 out. We're going to go with 5 or 6 batters in each of the innings, so the pitchers get their opportunities. That bends in for a strike. Lopez attacking the strike zone. That's Nicholas Mack, the usual second hitter for his team. Takes a strike. Nicholas Mack had a nice showing yesterday. Nicholas Mack, the switch hitter for Peregrinos. Team Taínos are on a win streak. They've been on a roll. Nat Greenslet and his Taínos have done a really nice job of playing baseball as of late. And we'll highlight all the players as they come in. Thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast. Nicholas Mack bats as we mentioned, 5 or 6 hitters are going to come to the plate, and then we're going to switch and clear the field. Comes up empty on the big swing. Good pitch right there by Lopez. Samuel Meisner starting on the mound for Peregrinos as Manny Gonzalez bats next. He's on deck. Taken wide. Thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast. Bringing you this live. Taken outside again. Mack takes that one. Good eye by Mack. Slammed foul, and that's going to get out of the reach of Brian Calderon at third base as he went after that one like a warrior. Man, he was getting after that one. I love it. And there's, like as we mentioned earlier, there's plenty of foul territory here in Aguadilla. This is the afternoon game. Beautiful weather in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Hope you're enjoying your day. This game was supposed to start at 1 o'clock, but we started a little bit earlier to get this contest in. Cut on, miss. Foul tipped into the mitt. Held on by Ortega on the high strikeout. So 2 away. Just a reminder, the outs don't really mean anything. The pitchers are going to get a chance to throw to 5 or 6 batters, depending on their pitch count, and then we're going to switch. Stepping in now, Manny Gonzalez. Manny Gonzalez bats with nobody on base. The outs, again, don't really matter. We're going to 6 batters or 5 batters in the showcase game. So the pitchers get plenty of reps on the mound. Samuel Meisner, the starting pitcher, he's on deck. Oh, it plunked Gonzalez there. So going inside and hitting him, but Lopez hits the batter Gonzalez. So we're going to have a runner. Yeah, so a runner, the last out probably will go on first base, who made the last out. So he'll be on first base as Manny Gonzalez collects himself after getting hit. So the runner, that should be Nicholas Mack on first base. The runner after Gonzalez got hit, and he is still batting though, but there is a runner on first. So dealing low and away is Lopez. The ball's chopped to the shortstop. Rodriguez shovels over to second base. Gets the out there. So the second baseman got a little confused there. He should have thrown over to first base to get out Gonzalez because, once again, the outs don't really matter. It's the plate appearances, so everyone gets a good showcase. This is not played like a regular game as far as 3 up, 3 down situation. So the runner takes his lead. Gonzalez, Samuel Meisner, big Samuel Meisner, hammers the ball up the middle and past the shortstop, going into center field. Meisner jumping all over that first pitch for a base hit. Base hit by Meisner. Needs a runner from Meisner. Meisner will be the starting pitcher, and he'll be doing the pitching. So a base hit. Samuel Meisner wasting no time getting a base hit right there. Good job by him to reach on the base hit in the top of the first inning. Top of the first inning, no score. Big Luca Morales. Luca Morales bats from the right side. Big opportunity right here for his Peregrinos. Peregrinos lost last time they played Taínos. Takes a strike right there. Luca Morales hit a home run, the only home run so far in the PRIBL. Takes inside. This is Anthony DeSanto bringing this broadcast. Runners on first and second. Luca Morales takes another strikes in. And that bends in. And there goes the runner and gets the napping man. Good base running. Wow. Fantastic base running. So now runners on first and third. Luca Morales 90 feet away to get that RBI. Let's see if he can pick up Manny Gonzalez. There goes the runner from first. Cut on and miss. Strike 3. And that should do it for the inning. Nope, one more batter. So they're going with 6 batters. This is Strakniak. Jacob Strakniak. Strakniak bats. And he'll be the last batter of this inning no matter what happens. Now, after the strikeout by Morales, we've got runners on second and third. Good pitch right there. Javier Lopez doing a nice job on the mound. Runners take their leads from second and third. Good pitch right there. Fooled Strakniak. Good mix of his pitches against Jacob Strakniak. Javier Lopez looking to get out of this top of the first inning unscathed in this showcase top of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Cut on and miss. Big strikeout right there. That does it for Team Peregrinos. Peregrinos fail to score, leave 2 base runners on. Javier Lopez does a nice job of bending, but not breaking. And his Team Taínos coming to bat. This is Anthony DeSanto. Samuel Meisner on the mound for Peregrinos, and we'll introduce him momentarily. This is Anthony DeSanto once again live on this beautiful afternoon in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Peregrinos and Taínos. Taínos coming to bat in a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. This is Anthony DeSanto bringing you this live broadcast. It's a beautiful Wednesday in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Hope you're enjoying wherever you're listening. Samuel Meisner on the mound. His team behind him, Angel Fuentes at short. Nicholas Mack in center. Manny Gonzalez at third base. Meisner on the mound. Morales at first base. Here's the first pitch taken wide by the leadoff hitter for Team Tainos, that's Malachi Lyon. Malachi Lyon's had a fantastic showcase yesterday and the day before, and during this whole PRIBL. Big fastball. This is the big matchup right here you want to watch. Meisner's a dynamite pitcher and player. Plus arm. He'll be throwing in the 90s when he's in college. Right now he is going into his senior year of high school. The ball slammed into left center field. Left fielder coming in and over. Dropping it. Oh, he had it and then lost it. And he doesn't realize that he is safe, and he was drifting away as that ball was dropped in left field. Malachi Lyon thought the ball was caught, but it was dropped in left. Left fielder drops it. So that's going to be an error on the left fielder, allowing Lyon to reach base. Now it's Kurt Ortega. He's getting his chance, the catcher. Batting with runner on first base. Watch out for Lyon. He's probably going to be running here. Fouled straight back. He was all over that one, was Ortega. He wanted to jump on that first pitch ambush there. So as we mentioned, Meisner on the mound. Luca Morales at first base. Right fielder Jacob Strakniak. DH is Tomas Ramsey. Catcher Noah Aranda. So be careful, Aranda. For the base runner Lyon, he's a speedster. He's on first base. As the batter Ortega is rubbing some sticky on his bat. It's okay for the batters, but not okay for the pitchers. Am I right? Adrian Perez, the extra hitter, and Dominic Diaz on second base. Not sure who's in left field. Who made that? There goes the runner, Lyon. Pitch low, taken. Throw, high throw. That ball's going to trickle into right field. Not advancing. Didn't know where the ball was. Man, that could have been really costly. So he is now on second base, stealing second base. So give him a credit for a stolen base. Lyon on second base. Reached on the air, Ortega. Oh, so Perez is in left field. So he's the one who dropped that ball, allowing Lyon to reach first, and then he stole second base. This is Kurt Ortega batting low, taken down low. Good block by the catcher, Aranda. Noah Aranda doing the catching. No score in the bottom of the first inning. Big Samuel Meisner on the mound. I'm really excited to watch him pitch. He's got a plus arm. And this is a huge chance for Tainos to jump on him early in the first inning. Good pitch right there. Hits the corner, inside corner. Full count now to Kurt Ortega batting with a runner on second base. Already a runner in scoring position. And only two batters into the game for Tainos. Bottom of the first inning. Tainos are the home team. Cut on and miss. Big swing and a miss. Strikeout. Fooled him. Ortega down on strikes. So big out right there. Kurt Ortega down on strikes. Meisner's first strikeout. Picks up the strikeout. Now tangles with Calderon. Brian Calderon, the third baseman. He's played a little bit of shortstop, but moving over to third base. There goes the runner, Lyon. Taken for a strike. Throw down is not in time. Good throw down, but the speedster Lyon, man, he is a tough customer on the bases. That's why you got to keep him off. This Tainos team is rolling. Runner on third base. Calderon bats. Big cut on and miss. Swing and a miss. Strike right there. Big fastball, heavy fastball from Samuel Meisner. Climbs the zone there. Hit up the middle, second baseman ranging, backhand throws is going to be not in time. Run scores Malachi Lyon after reaching two stolen bases and a run. Brian Calderon reaching base with a base hit. RBI. Now dangerous hitter in the batter's box. This is Nat Greenslet. Nat Greenslet is an absolute star in this PRIBL. Big fastball from Samuel Meisner. So Meisner with a bit of tough luck so far. The first batter reached on an error and soft contact RBI single from Calderon. 1-0 the score. That gets away from Aranda. Now with a runner on second base. Runner in scoring position again now for Nat Greenslet. Team Taino's already up 1-0. Taino's are the home team. Ball slam foul. And out of play, reaches the seats. Big strike three right there to retire Greenslet. Man, that was a good fastball from Meisner. And he pumped up there. He is pumped up there. And he threw the excellent fastball to retire for the second strikeout of the inning, Nat Greenslet. Adrian Rodriguez now bats. Ashton Withersby should be the last batter. Weathersby should be the last batter of the inning. Once again, this is a showcase game. Fastball hammered into the ground. Third baseman picks it up on one hop and throws out Rodriguez, and that should... Nope, so we're going with 6. Retired is Rodriguez. Weathersby, the 6th man to come to the plate in this showcase inning game. This is the second game of the 2 games. Conquistadores lost to the Pelicanos. Pelicanos winning that game. Good slider right there. Cut on, foul tipped. Dropped by the third baseman. That's going to go into left field. Run's going to score. Ill-advised throw, but he threw it anyway. So run scores 2-0. 2-0. Taino's on top, scoring twice. Ball's picked. Good pick by Aranda, the catcher. Samuel Meisner on the mound. So a throwing error by the catcher, allowing the second run to score. So both of these runs are unearned. These are both unearned runs by Meisner. That ball's fouled back. Watch out, coaches. So there's college coaches in attendance during the showcase game, during this PRIBL showcase day. This is a Wednesday in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. 2-0 the score. Beautiful weather. And a beautiful opportunity for these players to showcase their abilities and talents. 2-0 the score. Big strikeout right there. That's the third of the innings. So 3 strikeouts for big Samuel Meisner. Good job of pitching Meisner. So his inning is done. We'll be back here. 2-0 the score. 2-0 after 1 full inning. We'll start with the top of the second inning. Peregrinos coming to bat. And the Tainos coming to the field. As we're going to see the new pitcher on the mound. Nope, same pitcher. That's going to be Fuentes. Javier Lopez back on the mound. Lopez will get his warm-up tosses, and we'll be back. 2-0 the score. Taino scoring 2 in the bottom of the first inning. So back here live as Ortega throws down and Lopez is done with his warm-up tosses. He's back out there for the second inning. Top of the second inning, leading things off for the Peregrinos. Tobias Ramsey. So he'll lead things off in this top of the second inning in this awesome showcase game in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Hope you're enjoying wherever you're listening. Lopez did a really nice job in the first inning to keep Peregrinos off the scoreboard in the first. Let's see if he can do it in the second. Good pitch right there. Cued foul right by the dugout of his teammates. So Lopez doing a nice job of throwing and pitching quickly and efficiently to Ramsey. Takes the hard fastball high. This is the second of the two games for these players coming off their lunch break, playing some baseball. Yesterday and the day before were showcase opportunities as far as their skills and their talents were showcased yesterday and the day before. The day before, the Monday, it was rain shortened, so they did their morning activities and then the rain came, so we did not finish the afternoon. As Ramsey slams that into right center field, it's going to split the outfielders and go between them. Ramsey is going to second base on the double. So leadoff double by Ramsey. Ramsey with the boomstick double. Man, good job of hitting right there. Oh, wow. Leading things off with a double. Good job of hitting there by Ramsey. So Ramsey aboard. Noah Aranda the batter. Aranda's going to get his turn of at-bats. Aranda the catcher. Leadoff double. Takes high and away. Good job by the catcher Ortega to corral that pitch from his starting pitcher Javier Lopez. 2-0 the score. Top of the second inning. Runner in scoring position, Ramsey, after he had that double. Aranda bats here. Pulls it. Fair ball! Wow, what a throw. Got the out right there. Phenomenal throw by the third baseman. Calderon uncorked an absolute missile across the diamond. So Aranda is erased by the amazing throw from Calderon. The left side of the defense, Calderon at third and Rodriguez at short, is probably the best left side of the infield you're going to see in the PRIBL. Plus arms and plus athleticism on the left side. Big cut and a miss. Adrian Perez, the batter. Adrian Perez trying to pick up Ramsey from third base. That ball would have went to the backstop, but it was the protective screen. They're going to allow the run to score. So Ramsey doubles and scores. That's a run on the board. 2-1. 2-1 the score. Ramsey gets credited with the run. They're going to allow the run to score. 2-2 the count to the batter, Perez. Big strikeout right there. Nice job by the pitcher, Lopez, to get another strikeout. So he's out. Dominic Diaz Now batting for Peregrinos, Dominic Diaz. And then Angel Fuentes. Nope. Yep. Nope, that's Mason on deck. That's Mason on deck. Let's see what the batter, Dominic Diaz, can do. Takes a strike. Good pitch right there in the corner. So they're going to bat 11 batters. But as we mentioned, only 5 or 6 batters will the pitchers be facing in an inning. That's the max. It's a good simulation type showcase game. Base is empty. Picks off the corner again. Good fastball. 2-2 evens things up. Lopez gets set. Dominic Diaz, the batter, comes up empty. Another strikeout. So one more batter. This is going to be Mason. Matthias Mason batting. He's going to be the 11th batter. They're going to bat 11. Matthias Mason is going to bat here. Comes up empty. Big swing and a miss. Javier Lopez put a star on this kid's arm. He's been fantastic today. So college coaches are keeping their eyes for all players, position players, as well as pitchers. And this team, Taino's team, is extremely tight. Oh, watch out. That hurts. That was up and in, high and tight. He's okay. Might have got off the bat there. Throws inside and takes that one, yeah. Bends in. Lopez picking off that inside corner. Good. Secondary pitches. Controls the strike zone really well. That's why that one up and in was shocking. Here's the pitch from Lopez. Good. Swing and a miss. Fooled him big time. So he's down. Mason goes down on strikes. That's 3 strikeouts in a row to end the top of the first inning. Peregrinos failed to score again. 2-0 the score. Taino's coming to bat with the lead in the bottom of the second inning. 2-1. 2-1. And they do score on the wild pitch. My fault. And Team Taino's coming to bat 2-1 the score. This is Anthony DeSanto bringing you this live showcase game in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, in Luis Marquez Stadium. Thank you for being with us. We'll be back momentarily. 2-1 is the score. Back here live, here's the first pitch getting ready from Samuel Meisner. Big Samuel Meisner back on the mound, had a really nice first inning. Fastball just misses the corner there. Dominic Masso leads things off in the bottom of the second inning. 2-1 the score. Takes fastball up and in. Let's see how Meisner throws in the second inning. He did a really nice job of throwing strikes. His team a little shaky on defense. Just missed. Meisner is a definite top prospect in this PRIBL. Good fastball right there. Pours in. Two to one the score. Peregrino scoring one in the top of the second. Here's the bottom of the second. Fastball again. Good pitches from Meisner. Full count. Let's see how Dominic Masso does. Strike out. Big strikeout right there for the first out of this frame. The outs don't really matter, as we mentioned. It's just the pitch count and the batters faced. Now Nieves bats. Miguel Nieves bats, the first baseman. Gets his crack at it. Good pitch again by Meisner. Nieves bats with nobody on base. Here's the pitch from Meisner. High and tight. Missed right there with the fastball. Thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast. I've enjoyed speaking to you. Hopefully you've enjoyed the commentary wherever you're listening from. Samuel Meisner deals. Bends in. Nice pitch right there. That's a tough pitch to hit. I don't care who you are. Fouled away, staying alive. The batter, Miguel Nieves. That one sails wide. Meisner kicks, fires, and deals. That one's wide. Doing a good job of staying in this at bat. He's going to get a chance, though, to finish it. So a little bit of a control issue for Meisner right here. Got the first batter, Masso, running into a deep count, though, with Nieves. Takes down low again, so he's going to walk. So he's on base. Meisner's going to need to recollect himself and get settled in. So he loses Nieves. So Miguel's on first base, setting up there goes, starts and stops Lopez, the batter. Javier Lopez gets his at-bat. Lopez is now batting. So Miguel Nieves is on first base. And the pitcher, Javier Lopez, on the mound. Hits it to the third baseman. Nice backhand. Throws it to second base for one. On to first. Can't get the speedy Lopez. So he's on first base. I'll tell you what, that's some slick fielding. We saw a nice play by the third baseman for Taínos. Calderon make a nice play, and that is a beautiful play at third base. Angel Fuentes picking that ball and throwing across to second base to get the lead runner. So he's out at second base. It's a big-time pick over there at third base right there. Big play. Hopefully we got that for the Fuentes family. Starting and stopping again, but now getting to second base on the wild pitch. That's on Meisner right there. Nothing the catcher could do on that one. That's a tough ask on that one. So now in scoring position, Lopez. And now the dangerous leadoff hitter, Malachi Lyon bats. So Lopez aboard. Hit the other way. That's going to be a tough play, and it goes out of play. Sliced foul. Hooked it foul. Well, he's a left-handed hitter, so I was going the other way. Sliced foul. This is a good matchup right here. Meisner looks to settle down. Takes wide. Lyon reached base with a opposite field fly ball to left field, but the left fielder dropped it, allowing big swing and a miss, tied him up. Good fastball low and inside there. Buried him right there. So Lyon, once he got aboard, he stole second, stole third, and then scored on the base hit RBI from Brian Calderon. Oh, he taps it to the third baseman. Third baseman coming in. Fuentes throws it high. That's going to allow a run to score, and getting to second base is Lyon. He rushed his throw a little bit. He knew about the speed from Lyon, so he wanted to rush the throw, and he stayed high with his arm slot, allowing Lyon now to get aboard. That would have been a close play no matter what. With the speed of Lyon, third baseman gets an error, though, allowing Lyon to get to second base. So we'll give credit where credit is due. Lyon is aboard again. Run scores. Ball's hammered to third base. Just foul. Tons of action over there at third base. One run is in, 3-1 the score. Taínos just keep pouring it on. They're a dangerous team. Ortega bats with a runner in scoring position. Good pitch right there from Meisner as he tries to settle this game down. Taínos definitely know how to push the envelope. But Meisner bending a little bit here. Kicks, fires, and deals. Great pitch right on the hands of Ortega. He buried that pitch right on his hands. Good pitch right there. Samuel Meisner tangles with Kurt Ortega and Team Taínos in a tough battle. One run is already in. Speedy Lyon on second base takes his big lead, huge lead. Good pitch again, locks him up looking. Ortega down for the second time. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ortega. Bringing up Brian Calderon already with a base hit, RBI single, scoring line the first inning. Let's see if he can do it in the second inning. Bottom of the second inning. Intense matchup again with Samuel Meisner and Brian Calderon. Lyon takes his lead. Cut on and miss. That pitch has been there for Samuel Meisner. Good command of the strike zone as he buries that one. Tied him up a little bit. Did Calderon get off balance on that swing? Let's see what he does here. Stays low and inside. Evens the count 1-1. Cut on and missed. Stealing third base, Malachi Lyon. So stolen base again. Malachi Lyon, you knew it was just a matter of time for Lyon. He's now on third base. Inside goes to the backstop. Run's going to score. It's a pass ball by the catcher, allowing the next run to score. Team Taínos scoring. So run comes in. 4 runs, or 2 runs this inning, 4 runs total for Team Taínos. Calderon still batting here. Cut on a miss. Big strikeout. Samuel Meisner K's the dangerous Calderon. Good job of pitching Samuel Meisner. That does it. 2 runs do score. 4-1 the score. Team Peregrinos coming to bat in the third inning. 2 full innings done. 4-1 the score. We'll see you back in Aguadilla. New pitcher on the mound. We'll get to know him, Caleb Carey, as we take a break in the action. 4-1 the score in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. This is Anthony DeSanto, live in Luis Marquez Stadium. All right, so new pitcher, Caleb Carey, left-hander, deals Angel Fuentes a strike, swinging. Top of the third inning, Anthony DeSandro bringing you this live broadcast. Kicks, fires, and deals. Caleb Carey, another swing and a miss. 2 strikes, 2-0 now. There's nobody out. Top of the third inning. Skips in. Caleb Carey on for relief. The Fuentes family in attendance. Caleb Carey on the mound. Deals a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on base in this showcase game. Skips in. He might lose him here. 3-2 now. Full count to Angel Fuentes. Just misses low. Resets the count. Slams that one down the line. It's fair. Fuentes flying on his horse. Rounding first. Going to second on his way. Thinking about 3. And puts on the brakes. Double. Angel Fuentes. Good job of hitting. So he gets credited with a walk and a double. So Fuentes on second base. Stepping in, Nicholas Mack. Hits that one out of play. Catcher Ortega giving it chase. That's up and over the stadium here. Foul ball, Nicholas Mack. The outs don't really matter in this showcase simulation game. Caleb Carey on the mound in relief. Good pitch right there. Hits the corner. Two strikes on Nicholas Mack. Switch hitting Nicholas Mack. There goes the runner, Fuentes. Cut on and miss. Strikeout. And would not have got him either way. Good slide. Fuentes, the speedster, is now on third base. So that does it for Mack. He strikes out. Slam foul and out of play. Nicholas Mack is down on strikes. Manny Gonzalez now batting. I've got fat fingers. Yep, that's what happens there. Yep. I'm a fat Italian. That's me. Runner on third. Slammed again. Foul. 2 strikes now to Manny Gonzalez. Top of the third inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Carey. Just misses high. 2-2 to even things up. Inside and low. Full count now. 3-2. That's 4. He's going to get his at bat again, give him a walk. Takes high. Manny Gonzalez still batting. Two and 0 now. So he gets the walk. He's aboard. So now we got a runner on first base. Brings up the dangerous Meisner. Let's see what Meisner can do here. First and third. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Fuentes led things off with a screaming double down the left field line. Stole third. That's how he got to third. Comes up empty, swing and a miss. Good pitch right there. Had him fooled on that pitch. Manny Gonzalez, Nicholas Max struck out, and Manny Gonzalez walked. And now Meisner is up. Takes strike 3. Good pitch right there. Caught him looking. So Meisner taken care of. This is the last batter. Big at-bat right here. Luca Morales, he struck out in his last at-bat. He bats now. Takes a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and third. Fuentes, the runner on third. Gonzalez, the runner on first. Luca Morales takes down low for a ball. 1-1 now. 1-1 the count. We're going to have one more batter. The 6th man will come to bat, Jacob Strachniak. He'll be the last batter after Luca Morales. There goes the runner. Slam down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. RBI base hit, Luca Morales. And there goes Strachniak to third, and Morales pulls up with an RBI 2-base hit. Two runs are in. I'm sorry, 1 run is in. I'm sorry. Got ahead of myself. Runners on second and third after the double. Two-base RBI. Jacob Strachniak will now bat. Runners on second and third. Takes a strike. So after the RBI double, Morales is on second base. Jacob Strachniak now batting. Comes up empty. Good swing and a miss right there. Caleb Carey, the pitcher now. Strachniak struck out in his first at-bat. And goes down on strikes again. So 2 times he struck out. Carey finishes his inning. Scoring 1 time, though, leaving runners on second and third, Peregrinos. Score is 4-2 now. 4-2. Taino's coming to bat in the bottom of the third inning. This is Anthony DeSanto coming back to you live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. We'll introduce the new pitcher for Peregrinos. We'll be back momentarily. Take a break. Back here live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. New pitcher on the mound, pitching to Nat Greenslet. Taking a ball. This is the bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the third inning. Takes a strike. Bottom of the third inning. On the mound for the Peregrinos, number 4, Adrian Perez, dealing to the new catcher. Let's see how he deals with this tough at-bat. Greenslet struck out in his first at-bat. Big swing and a miss. Had him fooled big time right there. Good pitch right there from the pitcher. To Greenslet. Perez comes set from the windup. Cut on and missed. Struck him out. So 1 out now. It's the bottom of the third inning. 4-2 the score as Greenslet is retired. That's the second time he's struck out. Brings up Rodriguez. Takes down low. For a ball. Bottom of the third inning with you live at Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Stays inside Rodriguez. Rodriguez grounded out in his first at-bat. Stays inside to Rodriguez. All right, Rodriguez continues in his at-bat. Rodriguez grounded out his first at-bat. He bats in the 5-hole. Ashton Weathersby on deck. Adrian Perez deals up and in. Pops that one up and out of play. That's going to roll into the parking lot. Hopefully he doesn't hit my Kia. I rented my Kia. $7 a day. How about that? Yeah. $7 a day. There's probably going to be some fees, and I'll probably end up paying $1,000, but it is what it is. Adrian Rodriguez bats against and slams that one into left center field. Left fielder coming over to pick that one off in the gap to hold Rodriguez to a base hit. One base. Weathersby now bats after the base hit from Rodriguez. So he's aboard. Ashton Weathersby, the batter. Weathersby struck out in his first at-bat. Takes a strike on the outside corner. First pitch to him. Checks on the speedy Rodriguez. He'll probably be off at some point in this at-bat or in this inning. Dominic Masso, followed by Miguel Nieves. Oh, there goes Rodriguez on cue. Fouls that one in and out of the mitt of the catcher. Should be Jacob Strakniak, the catcher for Peregrinos, doing the catching now. Taking over for Noah Aranda. He was replaced. Oh, it plunked him. So he gets aboard the hard way. You don't like that. He gets credited for a hit by pitch. So Rodriguez goes over to second base. Calderon now on to run. So runners on first and second. Still batting is Weathersby. 0-1 count. Oh. Going to talk to his catcher, Adrian Perez. On the mound to do the pitching for Peregrinos. Bottom of the third inning, runners on first and second. Taino has scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Let's see if they can score 2 in the third. That would be crazy. Tainos are one of the better teams. Rodriguez dancing. Huge lead from second. Good hold by the pitcher. That goes up and over. That's a wild pitch to the backstop. Now runners on second and third. This is a showcase style simulation game where every pitcher gets a chance to throw to at least 5 batters. In some cases 6, depending on the workload and pitch count of the pitcher. Runners on second and third now. Ashton Weathersby, the batter. In and out of the mitt. Runner comes home. We're going to have a play at the plate, and he's going to be safe as the throw goes to third. So another run scores for Tainos. $5-2. The wind is whipping here in Aguadilla as Ashton Weathersby bats. That's another one that gets away from the catcher. Safe. Another run comes across. I don't know if I'm a prophet, but I did say Tainos are probably going to score 2 runs this inning. They scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 in the third. I'm not a superstitious man, but it's unlucky to be superstitious, as Yogi Berra would say. Weathersby still continues his at-bat. Comes up empty. Full count again to Weathersby now. He got credited with a hit by pitch. He also struck out earlier in the game. Here's the 3-2. That's low. He does get his walk. So in that at-bat, Ashton Weathersby got hit and got credited for a walk. right to the first baseman, and that does it for the... Oh, we're going to have one more batter. That's going to be Nuevez. Yep. So Masso, first pitch swinging. He's out. Two runs are in. Masso is retired on the hard hit. So he struck out earlier in the game and lined out to the first baseman. Miguel Nieves bats. Let's see what Nieves can do here. Slams that one to deep left field. Left fielder gets turned around and drops it. Gets under it and drops it. He got turned around. So Nieves gave it a ride. Miguel hit that one really hard, and we're going to switch things up. That's it. So that does it for the Peregrinos, or sorry, for the Taínos. They scored 2 runs. Peregrinos coming to bat as Taínos scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 in the third. And that does it for 3 full innings. They're in the books. Peregrinos coming to bat in the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico momentarily. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast and the day. So 4th inning coming to you live. We'll be back as we take a short break in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. So we're back here live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Big swing and a miss. Caleb Carey's still on the mound for his second turn of work. Caleb Carey is a workhorse on the mound. Tangles with Ramsey. This is Ramsey. Ramsey hit a bomb double his first at bat. Hits another line drive to deep center field. Center fielder Lyon says no problem as he ranges back on that one. So Ramsey's retired. Now it's the new batter. This is Perez. Adrian Perez bats. He is now the catcher. Perez struck out his first turn of at-bats. Carey deals and misses away with the ball. Dominic Diaz on deck. Cut on and missed. Checked his swing, but went around. Says the umpire, Mason after Diaz, and on the top of the order, Angel Fuentes will come to bat. After Diaz and Mason. Another strike. Good pitch right there. Taken down low. Give him a walk. Clear the count. Takes a ball. Caleb Carey dealing with Adrian Perez. And there's the walk. So Diaz is going to get his at bat here. Running at first base is number 17. Top of the fourth inning. Cut on and missed. Big swing. Diaz, the batter. Mason on deck, and then the top of the order, Angel Fuentes, the famous Angel Fuentes, will be batting after Mason. Diaz struck out in his first at-bat. Takes a strike right there. Good pitch. Caleb Carey on the mound. Runner on first base. Perez on first base, takes his lead. Hammered in between the shortstop. Tough hop, big hop. Oh, tough play right there for the shortstop there. That's Rodriguez. Adrian Rodriguez still at shortstop. Aboard is Diaz. Give him a base hit. Now it's Mason. Runners on second and third. Mason struck out in his first at-bat. Cut on and missed. Good pitch right there. Strike one. Out of the strike zone, 1-1 now. We got a rundown now. In between, gives it up to the third baseman, tags him out. So he tried it, but he is out. Good defensive play. So the runner on second is retired. That is Manny Gonzalez. He runs into a big out right there. So he is erased. Runner on first base still remains Mason, the pitcher. Or goes against the pitcher, Carey. Mason struck out in his first at-bat, gets a second chance now against Carey. There goes the runner. Throw down is not going to be in time, and it goes into center field. Picked up by the center fielder on his way to third. We got a play at third. No, not in time. Man, he wanted to show off his arm, and he did. That was closer than I thought it was going to be. Good job by the runner, Diaz, to get himself to third base on the stolen base. So Diaz steals the base. Kicks, fires, and deals. Carey jammed him. Goes right off the pitcher's glove. One run is going to score. Oh. Again, tough defensive play. Run scores. Excellent job by Diaz to come around and score. So he scores on the fielder's choice error by the first baseman, by the pitcher. Brings up Angel Fuentes now. There goes the runner from second. Throwdown's a really good one, but not in time. Getting to second base. Oh, 0-1. One strike to Fuentes. Checked his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Good check. Good take, though. Fuentes did not go. Evens the count. Angel Fuentes, the shortstop, bats. Runner on second base. Ball's taken high. Two balls and one strike. Popped up in the infield. Under it, the third baseman, Calderon, catches it and retires. Fuentes, so Fuentes is retired. And that does it for the Peregrinos. Peregrinos fail. Well, they do score one run. I'm sorry, I missed that run. I'm trying to do two things at once. So run scores in the fourth inning. And that does it. We'll be back for the bottom of the fourth inning momentarily. Thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast. We'll be back live as Taínos come to bat. This is Anthony DeSanto. Hoping you stick with us. 6-3 the score. Back here live in Aguadilla. Takes a strike. Good pitch right there to the leadoff hitter. Batting from the right side against the right-handed pitcher. Fouled back, heads up, everybody. Yeah, it's coming back, and it hits the table. Foul ball. Adrian Perez back on the mound. Bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. Slammed into left center field. That's going to be down for a hit. Left fielder cuts it off and gets it in quickly to the second baseman. Give a base hit to Malachi Lyon. Malachi Lyon with the base hit. That's his second hit. So Malachi Lyon is aboard. Takes a pitch right there. Good job of hitting by Lyon. I expect him to steal again. He's got 2 base hits and 3 stolen bases. Checks on him. Good. Yeah, he got him. Close play, and he got him diving back. Wow, so Lyon is erased. Everybody in the ballpark knew he was going to be stealing, but he gets caught right there, picked off by Fuentes. So huge out right there. He's going to go over and talk to his head coach. Ortega still up there. Slider away and watches it go away. Kurt Ortega batting. Takes down. 2 balls and 1 strike. Watches that wide. 3-1 now. Kurt Ortega. Christian Mulgary in the house. Loving his day. Hopefully you're loving your day too. The Fuentes family is sitting on opposite sides of each other. Brothers and sisters fighting, maybe. Who's your favorite sibling? It's very interesting. Mr. Fuentes is on the left side. His son also on the left side. Mrs. Fuentes on the right side. And Angelina, the daughter Fuentes, is on the right side too. So the lady Fuentes is on the right side. And the male Fuentes are on the left side. How about that? I don't know what that's all about. As the second baseman, Angel Fuentes, is on second base. Everybody loves a little Kurt Ortega as he bats. Let's see what he does here. Slams that one foul. He was all over that one. Good night. Santa Maria, watch out. Pulls that one foul. He was ready for that one. Adrian Perez. Don't throw that pitch again. Nobody on base. Kurt Ortega bats. Big pitch coming. Turns on it again. So a big at-bat right here. Bottom of the fourth inning. Pulls it foul, or pulls it down the line, fair. Third baseman scoops it up, picks it up, and throws to first base. Good pick on the back end by Ramsey. Ortega is retired. Tough at bat right there. Brian Calderon coming to bat. He's had a nice day at the plate. Nat Greenslet on deck. Pulls it down the line, foul. Tried to wait on the slider, off speed delivery from Perez, sorry. Pulled that one foul. Brian Calderon, one of the stars in the PRIBL. Ortega pulled 2 foul. Ended up pulling it to the third baseman. I mean, that was a worm burner. The full definition of a worm burner that Ortega hit. I mean, that ball was hugging that grass line right to the third baseman's glove. Takes a strike. Good pitch right there. Six to 2 the score. 6-3 the score, sorry. Down by 3. Hammered into right field. Twisting the right fielder back to the wall. 2 hops the wall. Going to the third. Turning the corner. No, he's going to stop. Fuentes about to pull the trigger and throw, but he held up. So twisted the right fielder around and over his head. Another screaming hit from Calderon, a double. So he's now on second base. Nat Greenslet gets his turn of at-bats, his third at-bat. Runner in scoring position is Calderon after the screaming double to right field. Takes inside. Nat Greenslet's been a fantastic hitter in the PRIBL and put on a nice show in yesterday's showcase of skills. Perez checks on the runner as he holds. Comes to the plate, fouled, out of play. Just a reminder, if we can collect those foul balls, that would be helpful. If we can collect those foul balls, that would be helpful. All right, so back here, bottom of the 4th inning, 6-3 the score. Nat Greenslet up. Rodriguez, the on-deck batter, comes up empty on that foul, tips it into the mid of the catcher's glove. Good pitch right there from Perez. That's the stuff that has made him effective. Let's see how he attacks here with 2 strikes on Greenslet. Runner on second base in scoring position. Brian Calderon reached with the double. He's on second. That ball slapped into right field. It's going to be a tough play. I don't think he's going to get there. It lands. And it gets away from the right fielder, allowing Greenslet to get to second base. That got away from him. That's Janiel Garcia in right field. Did not read that well. So Greenslet gets aboard. That's a hustle double. Adrian Rodriguez bats now. Adrian Rodriguez had a single his last at bat. Runners on second and third take their leads. Slaps it foul, out of play. So runners on second and third take their leads. Adrian Rodriguez batting. Thank you so much for your attendance. This is Anthony DeSanto live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, part of the PRIBL. Thank you for hanging out with me on this beautiful Wednesday. Pulled, watch out everybody. He was all over that one. Adrian Rodriguez just in front of that one. Pulled it foul. This is a showcase game, allowing 5 or 6 batters to come to the plate against every pitcher. This is Adrian Rodriguez batting with runners in scoring position, second and third, taking their leads. Rodriguez hits it to the shortstop, a tough hop, and eats him up. 1 run will score. Here comes the second runner. He'll score. Rodriguez cruising into second base. 2 runs score. Wow. I'll tell you. 2 runs scored in the first, 2 runs scored in the second, 2 runs scored in the third, and 2 runs just scored in the 4th inning. Man. Two runs are in. 8-3. Weathersby the batter. Takes a strike. Adrian Perez still on the mound. This is the last batter of the inning. Let's see what Weathersby can do here. Weathersby walked, got hit by a pitch, struck out. Here goes the runner. Cued to the third baseman. Going to be a tough play on the run. Gets the first baseman off. Run's going to score all the way from second. Adrian Rodriguez scampers home. Good job of base running. And that is going to do it. So 3 runs. 3 runs score. 9-3. 9-3 the score after 4 full innings. This is the 5th inning. 5th inning coming to you live. Peregrino's in trouble. Down 9-3 in the bottom, or coming into the top of the 5th inning. This is going to be the 5th inning, top of the 5th. We'll be back live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Stick with us. This is Anthony DeSanto telling you to enjoy your day on this Wednesday. I know I am during this college showcase game between Peregrinos and Taínos. We'll be back live momentarily. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Nicholas Mack leads off against the new pitcher on the mound. Throws his heavy fastball. I'm excited to watch him pitch. I'm just excited to watch him play. This is Nat Greenslet on the mound, new pitcher on the mound. Javier Lopez started off for Taínos, then followed by Caleb Carey. He fouls that one off the plate there. For Taínos, it's been all Taínos today. Javier Lopez started. Caleb Carey came in relief, and now it's Nat Greenslet. 9-3 the score in the top of the fifth inning. Taínos broke their magic scoring. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and they had 2 in the fourth, and that would have been 2-2-2-2. But they scored 3 in the fourth, so it's 9. So we have an odd number. And Peregrino scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. So let's see if they can score 1 in the fifth. This is Nicholas Mack batting. Switch hitter, Nicholas Mack. Mack struck out in his last at-bat. Comes up empty on that one. 2 strikes to him. Let's see if he can reach against Greenslet. Nat Greenslet's got a huge arm. Comes up empty. First strikeout for Greenslet. So Mack is retired. Manny Gonzalez now getting up. Manny walked in his last at-bat. Fastball taken for a strike. Nat Greenslet all business and all strikes here in his inning of work. Top of the fifth inning, 9-3 the score. Taínos up and up big. They are just a fantastic team, and they're on a hot streak. Doesn't matter who they play, they've been scoring runs in bunches. Takes down. I would say the Team Taínos has the best pitching staff of the PRIBL. Comes inside. Samuel Meisner on deck. So with the hit by pitch, that's getting on base the hard way. He'll stay in the at-bat, though, after he got hit by the pitch. Runner on first base. Manny Gonzalez still gets his plate appearance. Runner on first, takes his lead. That's Angel Fuentes on first base. Let's see if Angel takes off. Big shout out to the entire Fuentes family here in the ballpark. Mrs. Fuentes, his son on, hammers that into the ground, and it goes into right field. Good job of hitting. Right fielder Carey gobbling that up quickly and ready to throw down to third if Fuentes dared to go. But a base hit for Manny Gonzalez. Manny Gonzalez has had a nice day. At the plate. Big Sam Meisner up. Let's see what Meisner does. Hammers that one to right field. Going to be a tough play if it stays fair and it lands foul. So Meisner went with the pitch and carved it foul. Carey, the right fielder, was racing to get that one. He's an excellent right fielder for Taínos. Plus arm and great speed. Caleb Carey in right field. Runner on second and third. Samuel Meisner at the plate. There goes Fuentes at third. Oh, fouled straight back. So Fuentes goes back to second base. He definitely had that base stolen. So with 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 strikes, Samuel Meisner bats with runners on first and second. Fuentes on second. Manny Gonzalez got a base hit. He's on first. Greenslet checks the runner. Cut on and miss. Big strikeout right there. Meisner retired. Struck him out. All right, here we go. 1 swing of the bat from Luca Morales, and they're back in it. Let's see if he can do it. 9-3. Luca Morales can swing it with the best of them. This is going to be a big at-bat in the game. Checks on the runner at second. Comes and deals low, just low. Look good from here, but just low. This is the at-bat right here. Put a star on this in your lineup card. Runners on second and third take their leads. Luca Morales caught on and missed. Got jammed and tied up right there. Good pitch from Greenslet. Luca Morales credited with an RBI double in his last at-bat. Would love to get his teammates in with 1 swing of the bat. Let's watch and see what happens here. In scoring position. Inside again, but takes him off the plate. Luca Morales. 1 swing of the bat can get his Peregrinos back in the game here. Everybody watching, everybody waiting. Here's the pitch. Slammed into right field. Over the head of the right fielder. It's going to the wall. The runners did not get good jumps on it. They're going to send them both. Here we go. A play at the plate. Rodriguez throws it in. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, and go to third, Luca Morales. How about that, Luca Morales? 2-run double going to third on the throw from Rodriguez. Bad throw from Rodriguez, allowing Morales to go to third base. 2 runs score on the Luca Morales 2-run double. How about that? And they're back in it. So 2 runs score, 9-5. Luca Morales comes through. That's his 3rd RBI and 2nd double. Jacob Strakniak comes up in a huge spot in this game. Runner on third, Luca Morales. Jacob Strakniak bats. He's had a tough day at the plate. Comes up empty again right there. Let's see if he can put it in play. This is a huge at-bat in the game. Huge opportunity. Nat Greenslet just gave up a 2-run double to Luca Morales. Pitches to Strakniak. He was right on that one. Much better approach as he fouls that one back. Let's see if Strakniak can come through. He's had a tough day at the plate. Big opportunity for him. As we get a foul ball back in the game. Tomas Ramsey, the last batter of this inning. But right now, all eyes on Jacob Strakniak and Nat Greenslet. As he comes set, checks Morales at third. Here's the pitch. Good pitch, locks him up. Holy cow. Strikes out Strakniak. Last batter, Tomas Ramsey, the last hope for Peregrinos. Ramsey had a double earlier in the game. Deals with Nat Greenslet. High fastball taken upstairs for a ball. Another huge at-bat bending is Greenslet after giving up the 2-run double. Deals with the heavy hitter Tomas Ramsey. Ramsey takes one down the middle for a strike. Runner on third base, Luca Morales, coming through for his team with a second double and third RBI of the game. Stands on third base, Tomas Ramsey takes just low for a ball. Good eye at the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ramsey with the runner on third base in scoring position. Tomas Ramsey waits on the 2-1 from Greenslet. Here's the pitch. Stays inside. Good pitch right there, taken just inside. Ramsey all over the dish. Waits. Here's the pitch. Cut on and missed. Climbed the ladder and couldn't catch up to the Greenslet fastball. Full count now, 3-2. This is the last batter of this half inning. 2 runs are in, 9-5 the score. Takes strike 3. Good pitch by Greenslet and gets the strikeout on Ramsey. Looking, can't do that, but he does. That does it for the top of the inning. We'll come back to you live in the bottom of the 5th inning. Taínos gave up a couple runs, but they're coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. This is the PRIBL. The score is 9-5. Taínos up, and we'll see them in the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Anthony DeSanto bringing you this live game in Aguadilla, beautiful Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. We'll be back live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, this is Anthony DeSanto bringing you this game live, part of the PRIBL, Puerto Rican International Baseball League. I've been with you since last Monday, and I'll be with you the whole rest of the way of this college wooden bat league. New pitcher on the mound, Janiel Garcia, tangles with Dominic Masso, takes a strike in the bottom of the 5th inning. The score is 9-5. Taínos up 9-5. This is a showcase game for college coaches around the country, and we have a bunch here. And yesterday we had a good showing yesterday as well, and the games are today. We had an earlier game between Conquistadores and Pelicanos. This is the second of the 2 games. Dominic Masso versus Janiel Garcia. Here's the pitch. Just low, taken for a ball. Nobody on base. Luca Morales at first base. Angel Fuentes at shortstop. Stays up and in. Masso does a good job to avoid getting hit by that one on the coconut. Don't want to get hit on the cabeza. Again, inside, up and in. Gets credited with the walk. Now we're going to start with a 1-1 count. Garcia better get a better feel for it because he is missing Tommaso. That's a tongue twister, missing Tommaso. So back at it. Hitters count for Masso. If Garcia can throw him a strike. So Masso aboard. This is Miguel Nieves. Nieves bats with the runner on first. Let's see what Taínos do with the runner on first base. Garcia bends one in. That's a good pitch right there. Let's see if he doubles up with that one or tries the fastball. Good off-speed pitch from him, though. Hits that one a short right field. Let's see if the right fielder can get there. Second baseman calls him off and takes it. So he's retired. This is Caleb Carey. Caleb Carey is the right fielder. Caleb Carey bats now. Takes that one low and away. Runner on first base is Masso. Caleb Carey getting a second turn of at-bats here. Takes a lead. I thought he was going to go, but he goes back to the bag. Takes a ball, does Carey. Carey with the hitter's count now against the new pitcher, Janiel Garcia. Garcia retired Nieves, and now a little wild to Carey. 9-5 the score. Peregrino's scoring a pair last inning. Takes down low. There goes the runner to second. And it is Malachi Lyon looming on deck with the runner in scoring position now. That's Masso. Takes his lead. Garcia, the pitcher now. From the set. Takes down low. Caleb Carey, the batter. There is a strike. Thank you for being a part of this broadcast. This is Anthony DeSandro live in Puerto Rico. I know I'm enjoying my time with the PRIBL. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We have so many people helping out around the scenes. Team Guatemala in the house. They're just hooking it up. That ball is gone the other way. Good job of hitting. That ball is down. Turning the corner. No, he's stopping. Play at the plate. Good throw from the left fielder to halt everybody. Good job of hitting. That's a base hit for Carey. Now stepping in the dangerous hitters of Malachi Lyon, Kurt Ortega, and Brian Calderon. So runners on first and third now. Caleb Carey aboard with the base hit. Malachi Lyon now, the batter. Cut on and missed. The dangerous Lyon. Stolen base for Carey. Caleb Carey now in scoring position. Three stolen bases today and 2 singles. He also got caught. He got picked off. Did Lyon. No advance from the runner there. Holding his ground is Dominic Masso, the runner on third base. He walked and got to third base. Here's the pitch from Garcia, again taken wide. The dangerous Lyon bats with runners on second and third. Sorry, that Carey's on second. He got on with the base hit, stole second base. Masso got aboard on the walk. Got to third base on the hit. So Malachi Lyon would love to pick up these runners. Here's the pitch. Taken just down the corner for a strike. Good pitch right there. Huge pitch by Garcia. That's the way to throw the baseball, young man. That's the confidence you got to have. These are some big hitters he's tangling with right here. Malachi Lyon with 2 base hits already. Wow. He pulled that one foul. He was all over that one. Pulled it foul. Let's see how Garcia pitches to Lyon right here. Big pitch right here. Runners on second and third, scoring position. Infielders need to be on their toes at all times. Same with the outfielders. They're playing him pretty shallow, actually, but let's see what happens here. Runners in scoring position, second and third. Lyon at bat. Malachi Lyon hammers that one down the line, foul and out of play. He was all over that one again. It's fun to watch Lyon bat. He's a star in the PRIBL. If the coaches, college coaches, want to talk to anybody, talk to me. I can give them the rundown. Malachi Lyon bats with runners in scoring position. Second and third, 9-5. A base hit would probably score 2. Speed on the bases. Caleb Carey on second, and Masso, the runner, on third base. Ortega is on deck. Here's the pitch from Garcia. Cut on and missed. Had him fooled. Good pitch right there. So he's out. Down on strikes is Lyon. Kurt Ortega. It's up to Ortega now to bring in the runners from second and third. Bottom of the 5th inning, 9-5 the score. Brian Calderon is on deck. He's probably the last batter of this half inning. Johnny L. Garcia is bending but not breaking against the Taínos. Here's the pitch. Blocked. Good block by the catcher, Jacob Strachniak. Strachniak keeps that at his feet to hold the runners. No advance by Masso, the runner on third. He walked. Caleb Carey on second. He got a base hit and stole second. That's how he's on second base. Kurt Ortega's had a tough day at the plate. Here's the pitch. Taken outside. Trying to beg for that call, but to no avail. It's been a tough inning for Peregrinos. Comes up empty on the big swing. Pulled his head on that one. He wanted to take this one and send it back to Florida where he plays his college baseball. Ortega trying to battle against Garcia. Runners in scoring position, second and third. Garcia comes set, kicks, fires, and deals. Again, the off-speed pitch to Ortega. He retired the dangerous Lion on that off-speed pitch. Now deals with Ortega. 2-2. I'll tell you what, if Garcia gets out of this inning unscathed, put a star on this kid. Comes set. Runners take their leads. Here's the 2-2. Low and in to Ortega. Full count. Runners on second and third. 9-5 the score. Bottom of the fifth inning. Peregrinos scored 2 in the top of the fifth. Let's see if Taínos can answer. They've scored in every single inning. Taking their lead from third. Just high to Ortega. Huge moment for everybody here. Ortega for Taínos. Waits. That ball is low again. It's tough to stay locked in the showcase games, especially when you're walking the fine line of the tightrope. As Taínos. Kurt Ortega waits. Hits that one the other way. It's going to get through. 1 run will score. It goes into right field. The right fielder picks it up, bobbles it momentarily, and 2 runs are going to score. Kurt Ortega comes through in a big way, scoring both of those runners. We're going to give him an RBI base hit for one of those runs. I think the error in right field allowed the trail runner to score. Either way, 2 runs score. Two runs are in. This is Brian Calderon batting with a runner on first base after the RBI hit from Kurt Ortega. Stays inside and hit the batter, but he's staying in there, hit off his elbow guard. Brian Calderon bats. Runner on first base taking a huge lead. Slams that one to deep left field. Left fielder going back, still going back, shading his eyes and under it, but drops it. The runner is going to come and score on the air from the left fielder. That was a tough play on the long hit by Brian Calderon. That does it for the inning. A run does score. 3 runs come across in the 5th inning. 3 runs score to bring the score to 12-5. 12-5. Team Taínos are winning. Last half inning is going to be brought to you by the PRIBL. Peregrinos are going to get their last at-bats here, and then they're going to be done. 12-5. We'll be back here live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Beautiful, sunny Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Hope you're enjoying wherever you're listening. We'll be back with the 6th inning. 6th inning coming to you live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. We'll be back momentarily after the break. Anthony DeSanto saying, relax with a cool pina colada or cold glass of water. Back here live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, part of the PRIBL, Puerto Rican International Baseball League. This is a showcase game, and this is going to be it in the last of the game here. They're going to get their last at-bats. Peregrinos are. New pitcher on the mound, Malachi Lyon doing the pitching. Malachi Lyon, the pitcher. Ooh. That's Adrian Perez. Fouled that off his fingers and hand area. So number 13 is going to be doing the running for Peregrinos. Going to stay in there is Perez. He's going to stay in there. Got off the hand, but he's okay. Runner on first base. Malachi Lyon, the pitcher, is going to close it out. He's going to close it out. I love Nutella. I'm Italian. Runner on first base. Bottom of the sixth inning. This is going to be it. There goes the runner. Going to get by the catcher Ortega. I just got a Nutella milkshake ice cream from the Fuentes family, and I am definitely going to enjoy that while you listen to me babble on about baseball. So that is a blessing. Holy cow. I love being a broadcaster of baseball. First bite. Oh my word, that's fantastic. That ball's cued to the shortstop. Rodriguez on the run. That's a beautiful play. Put a star on that kid. Fantastic play to retire Perez right there. Man, what a good play. So he is retired. Dominic Diaz now bats. What a beautiful play by the shortstop, Adrian Rodriguez. The shortstop, 6'3", if you're keeping track at home. Now sends up Diaz, Dominic Diaz, the batter. Matthias Mason on deck. Spins, fires into the outfield. Send him. Yeah, there goes the runner from third. So Lyon tried the inside move. Nobody was covering, and he threw it in the outfield. So error on the pitcher, allowing the run to score. So one run is in. And I'm still enjoying this Nutella milkshake. Ball's hammered into the ground, shortstop. Rodriguez fields it on the run again and throws a strike to retire. Do not hit the ball to Adrian Rodriguez. I've been trying to tell you people. So he's retired. Mason, the batter. Mason's going to get an at-bat. Number 25 bats with nobody on base. Matthias Mason against Malachi Lyon. This is a battle of biblical names. Malachi and Matthias. Those are both Bible names. Holy mackerel, Andy. Watch out. Mason gets out of the way of that one. Malachi Lyon. Malachi is actually the writer of the last Old Testament book in the Bible. Oh, comes inside again. So Lyon trying to get that pitch over, but struggling a little bit. Once again, this is Matthias Mason batting. 12-6 with nobody on base. Mason cues it foul. Watch out, everybody. Nobody on base. 6-12. Down by a touchdown. Not the extra point. If they get the extra point, they'll take the lead. Down by 6. 6-12. Once again, thank you, Fuentes family, for this Nutella milkshake. This is fantastic. I love being an announcer. Takes it for a strike. Locked him up on the inside off-speed pitch. Fantastic pitch by Lyon. So Mason is retired. All right, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, buckle up and get your cameras out. Angel Fuentes is batting. Fuentes family, I feel like I am a part of the Fuentes family. I've known them so much. As Angel Fuentes bats. Angel Fuentes takes a strike. The owner of a double earlier in the game bats. I'll tell you what, I love this. While I'm chowing down on my milkshake, Angel's batting, taking a ball there. I hope the Fuentes family has another milkshake for Angel. Here's the pitch. Checks his swing. Good eye by Fuentes at the plate. That ball was taken down low. Good offering from Lyon. Lyon is the closer for Team Taínos. As Taínos have the lead 12-6. Caught on and missed. He tried to pull that one. He pulled off a little bit, did Angel. That ball was on the outside part of the plate. So 2-2 is the count. 2-2 to Angel Fuentes batting with nobody on base for Peregrinos. Here's the pitch. Oh, watch out. So Lyon is struggling with that one as he has been a little inconsistent with that. So now full count to Angel Fuentes. Angel Fuentes, the leadoff hitter for Peregrinos, needs to get on in this inning. Full count now. He's walked and doubled in this game. And he also stole a base. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off, cued it, just got a piece of that one, did Fuentes. Good pitch. That's the pitch that Lyon wants to throw right there. And he controlled it. Malachi Lyon is a fantastic baseball player, a very electric baseball player. He's the leadoff hitter for his team, and he's pitching to the leadoff hitter, a Peregrinos. Slams that one foul, out of play. So Angel is battling in this at-bat. This is a fantastic battle between these two stud athletes. Leadoff hitter versus leadoff hitter. Here's the pitch from Lyon. Hammered down the line, just out of the reaching grasp. Calderon can't come out with it. Turning the corner and cruising into second base. Big victory double for Angel Fuentes. Man, he's been hitting rockets today. Angel Fuentes, back-to-back doubles. That's the leadoff hitter getting on base in back-to-back at-bats for Angel Fuentes. Pulling that one down the line out of the reach of the diving third baseman Calderon. Good job by the left fielder to corral that, pick that up, and get it in. So Fuentes on second base. Nicholas Mack, the batter now. The second double for Angel Fuentes. That hurts. So runners on first and second now. Getting hit right there was Mack. He reaches base the hard way, so there's a runner on first base. That's Mason. I think he's going to bat from the opposite side here, yeah. He'll be fine. That hurts. Nope, that stings. So he's going to come out of the game, bringing up Manny Gonzalez. All right, let's see what Gonzalez has here. Runners on first and second. Lyon fires inside. Manny Gonzalez, the dangerous Manny Gonzalez, bats with runners on first and second. He's going to be the last batter in this game. Takes inside from Lyon. Struggling a little bit with his consistent control. He's got a fantastic arm, does Malachi, and he's just a fantastic athlete. Checks on the runner, comes set, here's the pitch. Beautiful mechanics, chops it to the second baseman, kicks it to the shortstop. Oh, what a play. You won't see that every day. How about that, Adrian Rodriguez? And that does it. So he's out at second base. And they're going to send up maybe one more batter. What a play to retire the runner at second base. It kicked off Weathersby and went directly to Adrian Rodriguez. And the fantastic shortstop caught that in the air and stepped on second base to retire the would-be runner. So now runners are on first and third. This is Nicholas Mack once again. So Gonzalez reaches on the fielder's choice. This is Nicholas Mack getting his next at bat. Hard fastball inside taken. Angel Fuentes on third base after he doubled. Got to third base on the fielder's choice. First and third are the runners. Nicholas Mack, the batter. Here's the pitch. Tried to bunt for a hit. This should be the last batter of the game. Malachi Lyon comes set. Runners on first and third take their leads. Caught on and missed. Went a little out of the strike zone with the swing and a miss, but Malachi Lyon is throwing a good, hard fastball. Chicken, rice, and beans is what's for dinner today. Beautiful selection. He does go. So he is trying to bunt for a hit, is Nicholas Mack, but comes up empty. That looks like good grilled chicken, rice and beans, white rice, and yum yum beans. Ball out of the strike zone. Malachi Lyon. 3-2. Yep, full count. This is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Can Nicholas Mack come through? Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. He was up to the task and fouled it straight back. That's a good fastball that Malachi Lyon has. Malachi Lyon, a good, excellent baseball player with fantastic tools. Really exciting. Yeah, he's in the low to mid 80s. Malachi Lyon comes set. Fuentes, the runner on third base, takes his lead. Just out of the strike zone. Nicholas Mack bats. We're going to reset the count. Runner still on first and third. Gather your belongings. This is going to be the last batter of the game. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Runners on first and third. Nicholas Mack, the batter. So run scores. Everyone's getting their chicken, rice, and beans. Everyone's chomping at the bit. This is the last batter of the game. So Fuentes scores. Nicholas Mack, the last hope for Peregrinos. 7-12 the score. Caught on and missed. There it is. Final score. Put in the books, 12-7. Taínos get the victory in this showcase game in front of college coaches, young and old. Good game by both teams as they come together and line it up and clap it up. A big thank you to the Fuentes family. Angel Fuentes had a good day at the plate with 2 doubles in his last 2 at-bats. Good job by the pitchers of both teams. Samuel Meisner started out for Peregrinos. Good job of pitching from him. Excellent job by Team Taínos. Caleb Carey, Javier Lopez started it off, followed by Caleb Carey, Nat Greenslet, and Malachi Lyon closing the doors. Sierra La Porta on this game. Put it in the books. Final score 12-7. Hope you've enjoyed this day. Thank you to everybody listening out there. We're out of here. Live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. This is Anthony DeSanto. I'm going to get my rice, beans, and chicken. The chicken Pollo Loco smells fantastic. Pollo Tropical. Thank you to everybody out there. Enjoyed the broadcast with you. Final score 12-7. Thank you for being in attendance with us. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful Wednesday in Aguadilla. I know I will. Goodbye, everybody.